Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, everything. I hope you are having a great day. I so look forward to chatting with y'all. It's really hard not to chat with y'all every day because I feel like I want to, but this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule is really working out. So I hope it's working out for you. Make plans to join us live when you can at 2 p.m. Eastern, or if you're listening as the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to me. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you. As you can see on, I think I just hit a button. Is my audio good? Let me know. Anyways, I think it is. I think I just hit a button, but I think it's all good now. I'd been using this camera from anyways, but I don't know. Let me know if this audio sounds better. I never know if it sounds any better or not. So let me know. So you're having a rainy day in Las Vegas. It looks like it could start to rain here a little bit. Got a little bit of drizzle when I was volunteering at the food today, but some good news. Let me share some good news because sometimes there's just not a lot. When I got there, first of all, I love this one volunteer. I'll call her C. Love her. And she said, Sarah, I have to show you something. I'm like, okay, like what? I've been volunteering there for, I don't know, 5 or 6 months now. And she wanted to show me a sign in the back that basically said, all of this food is out here and kind of leave it here because there's no room on the shelves out there where we pack up the food for every client that comes in the doors. I mean, our hearts were so filled because every week, I volunteer twice a week. Every day, you just have no idea how much you're going to have. We always have a lot of black beans, but like eggs, milk, bakery items, cupcakes, things like that the stores donate to this food bank. You never know what you're going to get. So anyways, it was so fun. That's my friend C was so excited to come show me because there's a wall. So I didn't see in the back that there were so many donations that we don't even have room to put those out until we start giving them away. So anyways, it was awesome. So anyways, if you have any good news to share, throw it in comments. We love to share your good news. If you need thoughts and prayers, put that in the comments too, because we're here for that too. Anyways, since we only go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have so much to get to. A lot of stuff that happened yesterday, stuff that happened this morning. I will update you on Kim Zolciak. I want to chat Andy Cohen and Jeff Lewis's talk that they had after BravoCon. Talk about the Portia drama, the Gorgas and the Judices, Madison and Cy, Andy Cohen's parenting dilemmas with Lucy especially, and then of course the latest episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City that Andy Cohen had totally hyped up, literally not just hyped up as normal, like, oh my God, this is so. He said it was probably the best episode of all Housewives franchises of any episode. Such a big fat lie. It was a big fat nothing sandwich, and we're going to chat about it. So I want to hear what you think. Anyways, okay, let me update you real quick because I did make an assumption that wasn't too far-fetched. Kim Zolciak this morning posts a video on her Instagram stories. As you know, Instagram stories disappear at 24 hours. So I knew it wasn't something that she wanted to leave up there, knowing that she had just said that Croy cheated on her at the interview that she had at BravoCon. I assumed it was another dig about him. It was something in her tire, and it looked like it was cut about that much, and then it was a flat tire. She didn't say anything. An hour later, I was already gone. She updated. Again, no audio, nothing. Just this picture of like a tool. I mean, it's not even like a screw. Like, I get nails, screws can get in your tire and puncture it and you don't see it. This was like a cut on her tire and it was something sticking out. It definitely looked intentional. Looked like somebody stabbed something in it and pulled it, which would have taken a lot of strength, Croy, to pull. So I made an assumption that she was making a dig as if her tire had been purposefully. So I was like, who did this to her tire? Like, oh my gosh. We know a lot of people have strong feelings about Kim Zolciak and what have you, maybe a fan of who knows, who knows. Anyway, so I'm guessing it was just road trash. So that's actually good news. I mean, it changes everything if something was done intentionally to her tires, right? Like that would be scary for sure. That would be someone knows where I live, somebody wanted to hurt her, someone to make her life more financially difficult, emotionally difficult, annoying with the having to go get a new tire and fixed when she was probably trying to get up and get her 4 kids out out the door. So, anyways, I wish she would have just updated then, but anyways, 23 days a week. I don't know what that means. Hey, Lisa in Kentucky. Good afternoon, all my favorite people. Number 11. I've been forgetting about going live at 23 days a week. I don't know what 23 days a week means. Anywho's, yes, Della, thankful to the generous people helping others. Exactly. I have loved volunteering at this particular food bank. I love the people. I love the feeling that I get. I love the physical workout that I get. One of the days a week, I go to a local grocery store that has agreed, a lot of them have, and I go to each department, the produce department, the deli department, the dairy department, the bakery, the meat department. Is that it? Did I say dairy? Um, and get whatever they've donated to us. So some of the boxes are very heavy. Then I'm lifting it into the cart. Then I'm lifting it out. I'm pushing it to my car. Then I'm lifting it out of the cart into my car. Then I'm lifting it out of my car onto like a dolly, like not a dolly. It's like a push cart, like a cart. And then we have to weigh it and write it all down. Then anyways, it's a lot. So when I do milk, they'll put 4 gallons of milk in one milk crate, and then you got to lift it up into your car, lift it out of your car. It's an ab workout, so it's so good. Hey, Honey May, finally made it to a live. I'm so excited that you're here. Thank y'all so much. Again, just a reminder, sweet reminder to hit the thumbs up button and comment along. I'd very much appreciate it. And of course, if you want to come on live, I'm showing my mucus cyst that's still there. Copy and paste that link and come on live at the very end with a question or a comment. So anyways, my foot is doing so good. It's not 1,000%. I mean, it's not as flexible as I need it to be, but it's getting there. Wait, what happened? Michelle says, all right, which one of y'all called Jeff Lewis live today and said everything I'd been thinking? I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't listened. Anyways, okay, let's get to it. Andy Cohen called Jeff Lewis on Monday night whenever he landed in New York City back from BravoCon. They had a talk. I don't know that it's all good, but it definitely sounds like Andy did not hear what Jeff had said on the radio Monday morning. His producer, Jordan, was kind of giving him the highlights. Andy responds, especially to Jeff saying publicly that he felt like he had been censored by Bravo. And Andy is like, look, I forget the numbers, but he said, Jeff had 60 questions. A lot of them were negative, and Bravo wanted to censor a lot of them. I told Bravo, this is Andy Cohen talking. Andy says, I told Bravo, let Jeff be Jeff. Okay. So he actually stood up for him. They took one question out that was really negative, and that was it. What came up is that Jeff also complained that he had asked particularly about like New York reboot or remodel and the OC, what was happening with the cast. And he said he had all those questions. He knew that Jeff was going to ask him those questions. And then he's like, I don't know, like whatever. Andy did address that and said, look, I was supposed to talk about New York with him right before our panel started. PR, whoever it was, the big people said, please don't talk about New York. We want to talk about that maybe Sunday night and not announce this during that. So it was not, oh my gosh, wait, what? Wait, what? Dolly girl. Jeff called a lady a B word and said F off and hung up on her like a phone call. First hour, a girl said she laid his ass out. You got to go listen to it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I hear Amy called in who's Amy? Called in today and was not very nice at all and pissed Jeff right off the deep end. Wow. Goodness, Amy. What got your panties in a wad today? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so one thing is Andy was like, I heard that Jeff was saying that I ruined his whole weekend, and I'm sorry that his whole weekend was ruined at BravoCon because I didn't. That was not my intent. He even says, I wish he would have texted me and said, hey, let's hash this out. This is really bothering me. It's affecting my other panels. It's all I can think about. I mean, everyone said, and Jeff admitted in one or two other panels that he went to, he was just in a pissed off mood. He was so upset. Andy, on the other hand, is like, well, my weekend wasn't ruined. I was busy from minute to minute. Every second of my day was planned out by BravoCon. I had all these Watch What Happens lives to do. I had these other panels. I had to go to dinners. I had to do things. Like, it didn't ruin my weekend at all. So I thought that was kind of a dig. Also, I haven't listened, but Andy did mention it on today's Andy Cohen Live. Somebody texted me, or not texted me, DM me yesterday and said, oh my God, you have to go listen to Kelly Ripa's podcast because Andy called in and it's about narcissism. And he asked, how do you argue? How do you win an argument with a narcissist? Because it seems impossible. And the person was like, I think he's talking about Jeff. Well, the timing sounds right. I mean, Tuesday, he calls in to Kelly Ripa's show about a narcissist and how to win an argument with them. And then he just had this public argument with Jeff Lewis. I mean, it seems like he could have been talking about Jeff Lewis. What do you think? He mentions it today. He doesn't really say much about it. I tried to go and find it. I couldn't find it. I found the app so not user friendly as Andy Cohen huffed and moaned about yesterday. Okay, let's talk off camera. I guess it was yesterday. See, on the app, that's the problem. Look at this. This is ridiculous. What is today? Oh, yesterday was the 18th. Okay, so I guess this is the show. Early access. Do I have to pay for this? How to navigate through the world of narcissism. Okay, it doesn't. It says, and Andy Cohen dials in to ask how to win an argument. Oh, it doesn't show me the rest of it. Anyways, it's 51 minutes. Let's talk off camera about Kelly Ripa, the November 18th episode. So I will try to let you. I tried. Someone told me yesterday it was like 51 minutes into it, but see, by the time I watch, then the commercials are cut out. See how it says just 51 minutes? So, anyways, wait, what? Oh, I am not a stalker of Jeff. Michelle says, be glad you weren't at BravoCon. Jeff mentioned he had a stalker. You know, people on Reddit would have said it was you. I haven't talked. I mean, there is nothing. That's crazy. Anyways, he's not talking about me. Trust me. There's way other people that are super freaky out. There is nothing about me that scares Jeff Lewis. Trust me. Anywho, okay. So I think they're all clear. I just kind of like that Andy let it be known that his entire weekend wasn't ruined. You know what I mean? And even though Jeff's was, he stood his own, held his own on, and he kind of defended himself. Jeff kept mentioning that he thinks Andy was off. He says, Andy's super hard on me, but I just think something was going on before. Don't forget, Andy is always sick, right? John Hill says he's around his cesspool of two children that, go to school and nursery school, and Andy is always sick. He's always coughing, whatever. He had gotten on prednisone last week in hopes that he would feel better. I think that's a steroid. I was on prednisone whenever I had the shingles. Everyone said, oh, you're going to be so hyped up. It's a steroid. It'll make you, wired and energetic. I noticed nothing about it. But anyways, except the taste was disgusting. The prednisone I was giving wasn't coated, had an awful aftertaste. I mean, I was literally cutting up strawberries and pushing the little prednisone pills in there and swallowing the strawberry without even chewing because it was disgusting. It was so bad. Anyway, so he was on prednisone. I don't think that affected him at all. I don't think it made him aggressive or anything. He did say it gave him more energy, but he didn't say anything about it making him more aggressive or pissy. So I don't think that was the reason that Jeff says that he was off. Jeff even said, he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. BravoCon. I mean, Andy Cohen is the face of Bravo, all the things. So he had a lot on for sure. Oh my gosh, I love that. Hamilton says, I remember when you were at BravoCon 2 years ago. I followed you the whole time as if I were there. We've been together 2.5 years. I love that. Jen says, Jeff said he had too much Celsius at Bravo. Oh, was that those energy drinks? Like he's been drinking those for months, I think. And I don't agree with energy drinks. I don't think they're good for our bodies. And especially when you're already high energy like Jeff is. Like I'm so high energy. I have never even taken a sip of an energy drink, a Monster, a Celsius, an Alani. I don't need to drink any of that. I don't even need coffee, but I drink 1 cup a day sometimes. Yeah, Christina says the food tastes awful after steroids. Ugh. Anyways, okay. More drama is this Madison and Cy thing. So Madison from Southern Charm and Cy from Real Housewives of New York City, something happened where Cy was saying she's never met Madison. I think Madison was saying that Cy was kind of rude or dismissive about her. I don't know. And Cy was like, I've never even met you, implying something as if all brown-skinned people look alike, as if Madison, who is blonde hair, blue-eyed, was being kind of icky. I won't even say the R word, but icky, right? About Cy, whatever. And then Madison shows a picture. She brings the timeline, the receipts, the proof, whatever. And they're sitting right next to each other. So they're like, yeah, I have met you. Then there's a DM situation and Madison shows it and Cy is calling her the B word in the DM. I'm like, honey, life is too short. I do not know what you have going on in your life. I think she is one of the confirmed New York women coming back. I think it's, who have they said? Cy, Jessel, and Aaron. Is that all that they've said so far? Anyways, so she's got a job. Why is she feuding? Why is she calling someone the B word in a DM? Like, listen to Dorinda Medley. Say it, whatever, write it, say it, forget it, write it. It never goes away. Whatever her little saying is. Don't put that nonsense in a. I've met her. I've taken pictures with her. She had all these. She's a content creator, right? So she had her own lights and setup and whatever. So that wasn't terrible for us fans that were taking pictures with. Yeah, regret it. Write it, regret it. Say it, forget it, write it, regret it, I think is what it is. Cecile says somebody else said that Cy was the rudest housewife ever. Say it, forget it, write it. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I didn't like that. Kind of nasty, right? Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta, some drama where you see TMZ yesterday. I think she gets off from the plane, seemingly from BravoCon. She's all giddy and talking to people, whatever. Doesn't look like anything's wrong, but somebody is escorting her as if it's a flight marshal or a police. Something is escorting her, but she doesn't look upset. I think she's saying that somebody was hitting her on the plane. Now, why nobody's camera got pulled out? Everyone has their phones out. It is not like everyone puts their phone up in the overhead counts. Everyone has their phone out. All they had to do is video this. I don't know why we can't get video footage of all of this stuff. For sure. The way I see 8 says all of those housewives call each other the B word. 2 years ago, I would forget her too. It's say it, forget it, write it, regret it. Okay. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on if Portia was hurt. She didn't look hurt. Was somebody coming after her for a verbal? Does anyone know the truth about that yet? I think she's spoken out, but I don't exactly know what she said. I don't exactly follow Portia because I think she's super thirsty and what have you. Oh, well, somebody said that to me yesterday that he had drank a Celsius. And I'm like, look, honey, it's like marathon day. You don't do anything different. Why would he drink a Celsius or two Diamond Cutter says, Jeff said that he was a little aggressive because he had drank 2 Celsius and that he won't do that again. I mean, don't do something new. Like, be on your A game. Like, he is such a professional worker is not the right word, employee, whatever you want to call it. He takes his career so professionally. I don't know why he would do something. I think he was probably just nervous. I really do think he was nervous. For sure. Kay Kitty says, I want video coverage of Meredith's airplane stuff and Portia's airplane stuff for sure. Oh, it has THC in it? Celsius does? I don't know. Is THC, is that the same as, what is THC? What's the one that, the gummies that, the Vena CBD. CBD is different. I don't know. I can't imagine that. I thought that would calm you down, not hype you up. Anyways, okay. One thing Andy Cohen did say is that he talked to Gia and she has been bragging about how good things have been the last few weeks, about her mom and her aunt and uncle getting back together and being true friends and family again. They'll never let it go. That's the only thing that Andy said. I don't think he believes it all between Melissa and Teresa because he says they've gotten together and they've split up again before. But the fact that Gia is so excited and Gia is on board and taking pictures with them and saying everything's great, I guess it does sound like things are a lot better, right? That's true. Oh, did you hear on today's show? I love when John is in recovery, I think for about 3 or 4 years from a lot of different drugs. Xanax, what else has he said? Gosh, I feel like Xanax was the big one he had. Weed. I don't know what all he did. I feel like he admitted to taking medicine at people's homes. He was just having a rough, 20 or 30 years. I think he had not 30 years. He's only 48 years old or something. But anyways, he's admitted to this. So he's about to go on prednisone, I think, because he's got a cold or cough. He's sick of some sort. And Andy, it seemed like today, made like a jab, like almost like he was excited that he was on prednisone. And John got a little defensive, like, dude, don't imply that this is a medicine that I'm going to abuse. Like, it's a steroid from a doctor. I don't think you abuse prednisone, but also don't make that implication on radio. He's like, that I don't take my recovery seriously. And I sort of love that he came back at Andy about that and kind of held his own, because he has gotten a lot of support from people about talking about his recovery. A lot of people don't talk about it. So I, for one, love that he's so proud and happy to talk about it and teach other people and just be, open and honest with what he's all gone to. You know what I mean? SLW says, I'm not buying it. Louis has been in Gina's ear, I'm sure. Gina or Gia? I think you meant Gia. Yes, I think so too. Jen Helen says, Andy didn't seem to believe the Tamara and Vicky makeup either. No. What did he say though? He said something weird. He said that they've been in Trauma Con together. It was something weird he called it. Wasn't it? Kay Kitty says, Tamara and Vicky are making up so they can collect a nice check, which is gross. They both have plenty of money. I don't know if you get prednisone for a cold, but maybe an infection or steroid. I don't know what it was. Yes, AUS Fly Girl. Andy paid for John Hill's drug treatment recovery twice. Yeah, he has said that. But through SiriusXM, he doesn't get insurance and he doesn't make near the money. And I think that's after they'd broken up, when they were just friends. But also, John Hill he's had a radio show on Andy Cohen Live since day one of Radio Andy. So, he was financially tied. Andy was financially invested also, and ex-boyfriend and close friend. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I love that. Hamilton says, it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. I'm happy to support anyone who's trying to do their best. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Cecile says all these shows are getting faker. Kind of agree. Oh my God. Did you see? Let me see what video it was on. So with Instagram, as y'all know, you get a notification. Let me find my notifications. This little heart at the very top of your Instagram, this little heart is your notifications button. Let me find it. Just scroll down because it was yesterday, but it said Kathy Hilton. Now, Kathy Hilton has followed me for a long time. Don't know why, but thank you, Kathy Hilton. I adore her. Oh my God, where did it go? Okay, sorry. It's way down because it was yesterday or last night. Anyways, I was at a Friendsgiving last night till about 9:30 or 10. Ah, it was 16 hours ago. So on my video about the Andy Cohen confirms BravoCon 2027, on that video, she liked it and it says, Kathy Hilton commented. So see, look, Kathy Hilton, where's it at? Where'd it go? Right there. Kathy Hilton commented, I met Ruth, because she's talking about the 86-year-old fan. I met Ruth. She is so beautiful and chic. She came by my booth. Also, Nick, I don't know who that is. Yes, she bought a necklace and a ring. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Kathy Hilton. Anyways, but I did hear Jeff say that he was trying to get Kathy Hilton on radio with him on his show. And she was like, oh, yeah, I don't wake up that early. Why don't we do it at our house, at my house? He's like, well, it doesn't really work that way. Why don't we do it in my bedroom? Why don't we do it in the living room? Why don't we do it in the study? And he's like, it doesn't really work that way. So I don't think it's going to, does it? Cece Bloom says, I can't stand Andy's radio show. Andy always sounds like he's pillow talking with John. It's strange. Oh, my God. Well, this is our place to have all the opinions. We can all be respectful. So is the Sarah from Texas Facebook group. It's a place that you can all have your own respectful opinions and be kind to each other and chat whatever you want to say. But I do like the Radio Andy show with them. And I love that John lives in New York City again and they're in the studio again, because I do think it was so different with the delays, especially with interviews. I mean, I don't know why it's called the Andy Cohen, or what's it called? Andy Cohen Live, when John Hill is literally on every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with him. Like he's a co-host. He doesn't come on just whenever he has time. I don't know why it's only called the Andy Cohen Live show. Very breathy. Do y'all think Andy talks? Yes, I think Andy talks much slower and breathier on Andy Cohen Live. I think it's more conversational. I think on Watch What Happens Live, where we're used to seeing him, or at a reunion, he's quicker. He's got things written for him and he's on more of a time crunch. On the show, he's got an hour to fill every day without commercials. So, AUS Fly Girl, John is very snarky, moody, and self-indulgent. But he admits that. I mean, he purposefully doesn't want children because he is self-indulgent. So I don't know. Christina says, yeah, John Hill and Brittany Bateman are going to be performing together in November. I guess do you think her show is going to do well? I just don't think it's going to do well. I don't think she's as popular as she thinks she is. I don't know where it's at, if it's a one-off, if it's a tour. I don't know. I mean, she said on the boat trip, the below deck, when she was bragging to that guy, that she was like, I build and sell. I build, then I sell. I'm in real estate. So I don't think going and doing a live event is going to make her that much money. So I think she would do better off staying at her real estate job and her Salt Lake City housewives job. Not real sure, but I know that John and Brittany, because she's a theater girl, she's an actress or whatever, musical theater lady. They were in Miss Saigon and I feel like one other show together. Maybe Hairspray. No, I think he was in Hairspray. I don't think she was. Anyway, so she asked him to come on and perform with him, and he is going to do that. They can start rehearsals soon. Anyways, shout out Kathy Hilton. I don't know if you watch my lives. I doubt it. But if you're a fan of Kathy Hilton, why don't you send her a DM and say, you should come on Sarah's podcast. It's at, what time do I do it? 11 a.m. California time. Surely she could be awake by then, right? Anyways, what else? Okay, also on Andy Cohen Live this morning, he opens the show with he's kind of afraid. He's kind of afraid of his daughter. So Lucy is 3 years old now, probably almost 3.5. I forget what month she was born in. But anyways, she's chatty. He's getting super sweet with her. And he had a teacher meeting, and they were so positive, and oh, she gets along well with others, she's so kind, and she does her work and all these things, and she's helpful. And he's saying, hey, I had a teacher conference and they were so proud of you, I'm so proud of you, all these sweet things. And she just comes back and is like snarky. Then she throws this labubu that Sheena Shea gave to her and is like, I don't even want to sleep with this labubu. He's like, can you imagine in 10 years when she is 13 years old and hormones are raging through her body? Can you imagine what I'm going to be going through? And then John Hill is like, oh, wait, how old are you going to be in 10 years? And I'm like, dude. And Andy's like, I'm not here to talk about my age and think about how old I'm going to be. I think, is Andy 57? I feel like he's 57. Hey, Siri, how old is Andy Cohen? If he is, okay, he's 57 years old. He was born in June. So he'll be 67 years old, and he will have a 16-year-old boy and a 13-year-old daughter. Oh, good Lord. Yes. Hamilton says, I think Kathy would definitely do it, but she's so busy with all the grandchildren these days. We were DMing a while back, and she was very sweet, but I don't think she said she would make my thing. I think she might have, no, am I thinking of someone else? No, I can't remember. I think she gave me the person's name to email and organize it with, but I don't think they ever got back to me. Anyways, oh well, still love you, Kathy. I mean, can you imagine? I wanted this to manifest this for this year, 2025, but I guess I'll have to keep manifesting it for 2026 that I'm invited to her. It's not her personal Christmas party, but she hosts a lot of parties, and a lot of them are for like content creators way bigger than me, and they wear pajamas and they get free gifts, and it's sponsored. I think the last few years have been sponsored by DirecTV, and I have never been invited, but can you imagine? Can't even imagine. Tiva Tampa says Kathy sleeps in the day and is up all night. Yeah, don't forget she's really good friends with Josh from Million Dollar Listing LA, and he publicly talks about how he is up all night and talks to her at 2 a.m, and they go to bed at 3 or 4 or 5 a.m, and then start their day after they sleep in. And interesting. I can't do it. I stayed up late last night watching season 6, episode 10 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Andy Cohen's alleged favorite episode ever. And I was tired this morning. Yes, Candy Spelling also. What is going on with Tori Spelling? Has anyone seen anything from her? Let me go. I think I was following her. I think I quit following her. She was just boring. Tori Spelling has 1.8 million followers. So Blonde Conic, what is that? She still has, or at least it still says here, she still has her misspelling podcast. It still says she has the 9021 OMG podcast. She allegedly was doing that with, she's on Cameo. Totally Tori, whatever that is. I mean, I don't think look, there's no stories. Like her stories aren't going up. She was on Jamie Kennedy's podcast a few weeks ago. Wait, hold on. Tori was? Oh, how was she? October 17th of last year. No. Okay. Here she is. Well, 15 hours ago, she says, ew. Oh, is that a fancy? Hold on. I'm trying to look at her oven if it's fancy. Okay, she's fancy. I don't know if she owns her house or renting. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but she started the day at 4 a.m, made dinner. It's been a long day. It's been the 6th season in this house. 20 girl made mac and cheese. Okay. And then she's posting She's posting ExoMind. Okay, here. Okay, she's got it. That's my girl. 2 days ago, she's posting something about ExoMind has been such a game changer. I immediately noticed that is an ad for sure, which is great. Um, ExoMind partner. So good. She's making the coins. She is a worker bee, y'all, for sure. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that wasn't that night. That was a different night. Anyways, I was looking at the thing. Tori is a train wreck, but she's not, y'all. I mean, it does? Oh my gosh. Jen Helen says, "Did you see that Susan Powder was on the Today Show? Her documentary comes out today. What network is it on?" Um, I will try to watch it, but I do feel left out in the cold by Susan Powder because, remember, she called me. She had started following me. She said, "Yes, I'll do your book club with you. It's so exciting." And she gave me the person to contact. And then it was just ghosted me. And now I don't think she follows me. I don't know. Maybe she does on Instagram. Anyways, how do you look for that? Followers, Susan Powter. No users found. So she doesn't follow me anymore. Anyways, I donated her book, but anyways, it felt like I don't know. I just have to assume. I won't assume because an assumption makes an ass out of you and me. Uh, anyways, I won't assume anything. Let's just say. Okay, let's chat. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 6, episode 10 from last night. Andy Cohen even said on Today, somebody called and wanted to talk about it. He goes, "What? Are you going to say that I hyped up the show?" Yeah, I feel like they did. Tea with Tambo says your haters did tank that. Yeah, and F her for believing the haters. Like, I'm sure from reading her book when I did, she had a lot of haters and a lot of people that were awful to her. So for her to okay, that's all I'm going to say. I was so good to her. Anyway, I'm good to everyone until they're not good to me. Okay. So Andy even says, are you going to, oh, I thought Luna was about to trip over something. Are you going to say that I hyped up the show too much to John? And he's like, no, but I'm like, yes, you did. So Salt Lake City opens. They're just on the tail end of last week's episode where Lisa and Meredith are kind of on an island by themselves, claiming they did nothing wrong. Everyone else has a different version of what really happened on the airplane back from this girls' trip. And everyone is wrong. Lisa and Meredith are right. Everyone but Lisa and Meredith meet at Whitney's house, and they do a no, is it a potluck? Did they all bring stuff? Yeah, I felt like everyone brought stuff. There was like mashed potatoes, charcuterie or something. Of course, alcohol. So then they hide, and Brittany knocks on the door, and they're like, "Surprise! We just wanted to make you feel better." About what? You don't like Brittany. None of those ladies like Brittany. Even Heather Gay, who brought her in as a friend doesn't really like her. And I don't know what they were thinking. It just felt like content. They even brought in a guy that had one of those little what's the stuffed animals, the store. It was kind of another odd, option of that where the stuffed animals that you put the fuzzies in and whatever. They all gave her one of those. I mean, Nick James says, I would totally rock some high body count hair. When they were teasing up their Build-A-Bear, thank you. When they were all teasing each other's hair to give themselves high body count hair in support of Brittany before she got there, I was cringing. Thank God for Mary. Mary was like, "You ain't touching my hair." I have had my hair teased when it's been fixed, like for BravoCon, things like that. Well, not even, it wasn't fixed for BravoCon. It was professionally done for Jeff Lewis's BravoCon party that he invited me to. Anyways, but it was so teased up, and the tangles, the amount of conditioner that I had to put in my hair just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So seeing them do that, to each other, and they were super oh my God. It was so gross. Another thing, one of the main things, and he stands by it today, that Andy was saying was so good, was this raw conversation between Bronwyn and Todd. He's like, they're talking about things. I'm like, no, they didn't. They didn't talk about the situation specifically on the airplane. All they did was Todd was again, why are you talking to these people that aren't your friends? You can't trust them. They're not going to be by your side. But also, why are you talking about our sex life to Whitney? You don't admit that. Ladies, men, if you're gonna chat with someone about your partner's and yours sex life or anything super personal like that, you don't tell them. Like, that would really make me upset if I knew that. And Todd seems so anti the show. It seems anti his wife, to be honest, but definitely anti the show. Uh, like, what are you doing this for? What is this doing for me? This is hurting my business. This is hurting me professionally. Like, I don't understand. They glossed over all the nonsense from a few weeks ago that was coming out about Bronwyn, right? They haven't really talked about that lately at all. Now they're talking about this Todd thing. And since he didn't deny it, he got super defensive. She's basically like, get out of the house for a couple of days, you know? And then she mentioned something about something about his sex life. I was like, ew, yes. I really don't. AUS Fly Girl's like, I don't want to know about anyone's sex life. I was watching yesterday afternoon one of the 90 Day Fiance, The Other Ways, the part 2 of the tell all. I'll probably try to talk about that a little bit Friday, as we also talk about OC reunion. But they're talking about Darcy and her husband Georgie, how they haven't banged it out in like 6 months. And I'm like, I don't need to know those details. Like, I really don't. You can say our marriage is in a slump, or we can all assume things, but I don't want to think about you not banging it out. Like, it's just, I don't want all those details. It was crazy. I love that. Cecile says, I just had my 45th class reunion and I replicated my 80s hair. I sort of love that. Yeah, the way I see 8 says it was awkward, especially since Todd didn't really want to talk about it in front of the cameras. I can't blame him. No. Cecile, we're definitely going to chat about that in a second. She says, what about John Barlow? He was not having it with Lisa. Yeah, they were at a coffee shop, which was super weird. Like, again, it's all so produced. I would have rathered a conversation about their marriage and the lack of communication and how he doesn't feel like he's ever supported. It's like the Lisa show, and only if he's her little puppet. We'll chat about that in a second. I would have felt like that conversation would have been much better in their bedroom or their bathroom after they put, well, you don't really put a teenager to bed, but after they put after Henry went to sleep, you know what I mean? Showing some of that home life. I think it was weird that they showed up at a coffee shop in front of everyone, and then it's had this really deep. I thought that conversation between John and Lisa was way more emotional and raw than Todd and Bronwyn's. I feel like Bronwyn will say or do anything, no matter if it hurts her, no matter if it hurts her child, if it hurts Todd. She just wants the fame so much. Lisa is so careful about her reputation and how she comes off that I was way more impressed, shocked, sad that he was saying all those things and being so cutting and barking back at her. She was so pissed off and shocked, even though she knows their marriage isn't good. You know what I mean? Yes, Cecile says you could tell that Lisa was pissed. Speaking of respect, I'll chat about that in a second. I have respect for John Barlow for doing that. I also, unpopular opinion, I gained some respect for Jared Osmond. I did, in the conversation that he and Brittany had. So anyways, the be stay, you're not stable part of it all. Anyways, Bronwyn and Todd, I don't know where they're going. I felt like they didn't really talk about anything. I don't want to see him on the TV if he doesn't want to be on the TV. Like, what is his purpose? He is out of town 5 of the 7 days of the week. Why would he want to film with cameras on the 2 days that he's home from to be with her? Why would she wanna do that? Just let this be your own thing. You can be married and not have your husband really on the show, or only have him come to events as your partner. We don't need to see you as a staple, as being interviewed on the show. Like, let that be separate, you know what I mean? Crazy. Yes, for sure. Like, now, I don't know who I'd be there was some divorce rumors going around, I don't know who they were about, but somebody just said, oh, geez, it was about, oh my gosh, was it an OC person that they said they could see the next person getting a divorce? Who was that? Jeez Louise, I can't even remember. Okay, so the Bronwyn thing, I just thought it was, uh, interesting. Okay, Lisa and John. Like I said, they show up at this coffee shop. She's kind of alluded to some marital issues, but nothing like last night's episode. They go into this coffee shop, other people are there. You think it's going to be light and breezy, whatever. No, it's basically Lisa talking about, hey, we really don't hang out very much. Or when we do, we really only talk, or he's saying this, we really only talk business with each other. And I thought they worked together and were together all the time. Basically, it opens up with her saying, look, when we were in the car last week, I was giving Henry's probably 13, 14 now. I'm not really sure. Their youngest son, some advice. And John like totally railroaded her and basically said something different. So she felt very belittled as a mom. She didn't feel respected. I think if he would have done that away from him and not in front of her son, I just think she claims to take motherhood so seriously and she's so passionate about it, which I'm not really sure what's true there. I mean, the facts are the facts with how much she claims to work, right? But John did not hold back. John was like, "Look, we don't really hang out. We don't really talk. All we do is talk about business. Communication is very bad." It was rough. It was super rough. I felt like that conversation was way more raw. I mean, John doesn't mind being on camera as far as we know. It was interest Oh, wow. Christina says Bronwyn needs to talk to Camille Grammer. Yeah, he definitely didn't want to Kelsey Grammer definitely didn't want to be on Beverly Hills when they were on. That was interesting. And the fact, yeah, he might be cheating also. Yes. Tea with Tamra, yes. Tea with Tamra says, if y'all remember, I lost my husband in June. There is no way I would let a reality show run my life and my marriage. I agree. And how are you doing, Tea with Tambo? I say that genuinely because I'm sure for years, decades, you won't be yourself ever again after losing your husband. But I hope you're doing well as possible, anyways. Um, but yeah, I talk about that a lot with these housewives that a lot of them are wealthy already. They are successful. A lot of them are famous already in some way, shape, or form. So why, especially when they have skeletons in the closet or they're currently doing illegal stuff, why do they agree to go on a show that dissects them, dissects their children, dissects their grandchildren, dissects their spouse, their employees, their friends, their neighbors? Like the way social media rips up and tears out the heart of people on reality TV shows, I don't know why they put them. I mean, I guess I'm happy for it, but it's gross. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, that doesn't shock me at all. The way I see it is she heard a theory that Bronwyn got into the housewives to set the stage up for a divorce. It looks like that might be. Yeah. Eh, Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, I don't even know. Does she have a job? Does she have a career? It's okay if she doesn't. I mean, I don't either. I'm a stay-at-home mom. But does she have a career to move forward if she was to divorce? Or do they genuinely have enough money? Because there's nothing true at all that he was ever affording a $4 million necklace for their 10-year anniversary. That was so stupid and fake, and she admitted to lying about that. Um, I guess so. The way I see it, 8 says fame is a bigger purpose than anything else. But the negativity is so bad. Like so bad. So bad. Anyways, okay, Jared, unpopular. I'm telling you, I see what he's talking about. Now, don't get me wrong. He shows up, I think, on day 2 of BravoCon. He was booed everywhere he went. Andy Cohen even said, look, don't boo him. We're not here to be rude. You know, we're at this event. We're at a Watch What Happens Live. Don't be booing him. He also said this a couple years ago when people were booing Tom Sandoval. So he stood up for Tom too, going, don't boo him. Like, that's rude. But this scene yesterday, Jared and Brittany are supposedly on this 30-day hiatus from each other. He reaches out to her, I guess, hearing about this horrible event on the airplane with Meredith and Lisa. He agrees to come meet her for coffee or tea, whatever. They're outside. Within seconds, they're fighting. She's walking away, and he's like, okay, this is what you always do. And she's like, well, you know, you can never tell me what we are. Are we boyfriend, girlfriend? Are we going to get engaged? Are we trying to get married? Are we trying to? He's like, I'm trying to work on things with you, but you are not stable. I mean, if that is not the most accurate statement I've heard on Salt Lake City, Brittany Bateman, you are not stable. There's nothing about you that's stable, especially in regards to this relationship with him. I don't know that he is stable. Maybe he's reacting to her. Maybe he wants the fame so badly. He's the Osmond that never was. Everyone's like all about Donnie and Marie and everyone else. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But literally, I felt more is respect is probably not the right word. I felt more respect for him than I did in Brittany in that scenario, for sure. Okay, we cannot end the day. By the way, if you have a question or a comment, make sure to copy and paste to come on and ask. We cannot end this day without the Mary sermon of it all. So this church has been in her family for 60 years. It has not been renovated for 60 years. She has her cousin renovate it. There's lots of issues with that. It took 2 years. She's at the church with her son, Robert Jr., who's now 21 years old. And he's talking about his friends that have relapsed, I guess friends from rehab or friends in person. I don't really know. And, he's talking about his personal relationship with Jesus and how important it is. She's so happy with that. You see her smile, like the mom smile of it all. And then when the day comes around and she's invited all the housewives, even Lisa and Meredith show up, which the other girls weren't sure that they were. They show up at the church for the first opening since the remodel. And then she has to say that Robert Jr. is not there because he was high. Heartbreaking. They don't show Robert Sr. I don't know if he doesn't want to be there. She is definitely the pastor of the church. They had these fans that they were, is there no air conditioning? Like it's Salt Lake City. I don't know. They're waving these fans. They're all hot. Whitney is looking and calling Lisa and Meredith 2 whores sweating in church, and they are literally sweating and fanning themselves. Crazy. You can't make that part up. But the fact that Mary just sits there, I mean, I've really gone to church as an adult since 1999. From high school to 1999, high school I did with a friend, but not every week. I'm just saying, I've gone to a lot of church as an adult, and mostly Baptist. Every pastor writes out their sermon. Mary does not. Mary just wings it and dances and tells people how awesome they are, or tells Meredith, what was the thing she told Meredith? It was kind of cutting. Oh God, what did she tell Meredith? It was something like, you're going to get yourself together or something. It was crazy. I was like, It didn't look that big. My friend and I went a couple of years ago, drove to her church. You can look up the address. My friend looked it up and it was snowing. Nobody was there. We just took pictures of ourselves out in front of the church. Um, it doesn't look all that big though. I don't know how she gets a paycheck from it because, rightfully so, she gets a paycheck from the church, but I don't know how they make all that money. Um, I don't know. This documentary that's coming out in January from TMZ is going to be interesting. I wonder. I mean, don't forget the seasons of Salt Lake City where she didn't participate. She kind of acted like she was better than things and wouldn't get out of the Sprinter van and just sat there and ate her McDonald's. I mean, she got a lot of crap for that. And now she's like, whoa, Mary. And I'm like, I don't see that there won't be a downshift also, that something is going to come back. You know what I mean? Wait, what? Diamond cutter. Hold on. I think you said something else and I must have missed it. I don't know what it says. I'll back it up. Susan, I guess you're talking about Susan Powder. Susan Powder said that she's been really having a difficult time in life. She's driving for Uber Eats currently. She's been doing that since she came on Jeff Lewis months ago, though. And she says she makes enough money to pay for things, but she didn't have a lot of extra money. Anyways. What? Charlie Charles. Hey, I just heard Anna Kinkosis in Ace's podcast, and he has a picture of a housewife husband caught having an affair with a 20-year-old. Uh-oh. Yeah. So anyways, well, we only have a few more minutes. If you have a question or a comment, either put it in the comments or copy and paste this link that's down there every time. I would love for y'all to do that. It's so much more fun. Thank y'all so much for getting in the comments. I love that y'all chat with me. I love that you give your opinions. You give me information. I love that. Love that. So enjoy that. We will be back together again Friday. If you're listening as a podcast, make sure you find those three little dots at the top. Let me see if I can show you how to do that on the podcast. You'll have to be looking at YouTube though. Anyways, in the upper right corner, and it says follow show. And then they will give you, what do you call it? Notifications. Cause I get notifications of the podcast that I like of when they launch, but it usually goes up about 3:00 Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Cause it goes up pretty quickly. So, yes, Susan Powder collects Social Security that she didn't know about because somebody taught her that. I think a friend of hers taught her about that, right? Can you drop the link in chat? Yes, but it's also right there. Is it not easy to copy and paste that? Maybe it's not. Paste. Okay, there it is right there. And I also put it at the very beginning, but you would have to scroll up all the way. So anyways, what are y'all's plans for Thanksgiving? I think it's just going to be our family. I do. I'm not really sure. We don't have a huge family, but we're usually with my brother and his family and part of my sister-in-law's family, but someone's got some medical stuff going on, so we may not hassle with bringing all them up. Diamond cutter is on.
Hey, let me tell you again how nice it is to have you back. But yeah, I don't know if it was Amy or who, but Jeff.
I do wrong. Did I do something wrong?
Can you hear me?
Maybe I did. Oh, let me see if I did something wrong. I don't know why I can't hear you. Audio.
Can you hear me
now? Oh, I don't know what I did wrong.
Let me go out.
Do you have your audio? I'm sorry. Anyways, no plans yet. Let me see if it'll work again. Are you there? Hello. I can't hear you at all. I'm so sorry. Y'all can hear her, but I can't? Oh, geez. Okay, then it's me that did something wrong. Hold on. Okay, geez Louise. Okay, audio, speakers. Are you talking? Oh my God. Okay, what did I do wrong? Oh my gosh. Mic, speakers. Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. This is all me. Speakers? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I did something wrong. Anyways, okay, that was me. Anyways, well, we will wrap things up. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I'm sorry. Oh, Tiva Tambo, you're having cataract surgery the day before Thanksgiving. I know. What did I do
Can
wrong?
you hear
This
me
is
now?
driving me nuts. Audio.
Can you hear me?
My microphone is on. It's something with my speaker that I can't hear, but I could hear Veronica the other day, so I don't know what I did. Clearly test. Jesus Louise. Okay, I'll try to she's there. See, I can't hear anything. Where's my
We'll try
audio?
it again Monday.
Yeah, my audio's at 100, so I've got it fully. Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm gonna let her talk and then y'all can hear it. What am I doing wrong? It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm trying every single option and I can't do it. So, anyways, I'm sorry if I'm talking over you, Diamond Cutter. I will try to fix that. Y'all know me and technology are not my best friend. So, okay, she would try it on Monday. Anyways. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you're following me everywhere at Sarah from Texas Podcast. Make sure you give me a 5-star rating and review on your Spotify or Apple, wherever you get my podcast. And I will see you Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye, y'all.